Ubisoft's next major title in the Ghost Recon series is currently known as Ghost Recon Project Over, and it is shaping up to be one of the company's most important releases in the coming years. Right now, Ubisoft is heavily prioritizing only a few major franchises, most notably Assassin's Creed and Ghost Recon, as the company looks to secure strong profits following recent layoffs and internal restructuring. Because of this, Ghost Recon is being positioned as a core pillar of Ubisoft's future lineup. So today, let's break down everything we currently know about the next Ghost Recon game. The first time we heard about this new Ghost Recon project was back in September 2021, when the name Project Over appeared in the leaked NVIDIA GeForce Now database. This leak exposed dozens of unannounced games from multiple publishers, and shortly after it went public, Ubisoft issued a DMCA takedown request to have the database list removed. That legal action alone strongly suggested that Project Over was a real and legitimate product in development. However, the first major details about the game didn't surface until March 8, 2024, when well-known insider Tom Henderson, through Insider Gaming, reported new information about the project. According to his report, Project Over is set during a fictional conflict known as the Naiman War, which takes place in a hostile Southeast Asian country. This war is described as extremely brutal, with hundreds of thousands of people killed as a result of war crimes and prolonged military conflict. The story reportedly revolves around a team of ghosts infiltrating this war-torn region to carry out highly classified missions. Their objectives include destabilizing enemy operations, navigating morally complex situations, and ultimately tracking down a traitor whose actions may be fueling the conflict from within. This darker and more grounded narrative direction suggests Ubisoft is aiming for a more serious tone than some previous Ghost Recon entries. Now, this is where things get even more interesting. There is another Ubisoft project known as Project Gun, which surfaced in June 2024 through a leaked casting call. This casting document described a tactical military shooter set in Southeast Asia, featuring roles for special operatives and a central female lead character who speaks Thai. One of the characters mentioned in the document is named Raphael, described as the leader of a secretive team operating in extreme conditions where every mission is dangerous and morally challenging. According to the casting description, Raphael is a commander who must often ignore the suffering of innocent civilians and accept collateral damage in order to complete critical objectives. This directly aligns with the war crimes themes and morally gray storytelling previously reported by Tom Henderson. Because of these similarities, many believe that Project Over and Project Gone are actually the same game under different internal codenames. Both projects are set in Southeast Asia, both focus on covert military operations during an active war, both emphasize the psychological and moral cost of combat, and both are clearly tied to the Ghost Recon franchise. All signs point to them being one and the same. Another major change comes from the technology behind the game. Unlike recent Ghost Recon titles, which were developed using Ubisoft's proprietary Anvil Next 2.0 engine, this new entry is reportedly being built on Unreal Engine 5. This is a huge shift for the franchise. The last mainline game, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, used Ubisoft's in-house technology and featured a third-person perspective. Project Over, however, is said to be returning to a first-person perspective, which is a massive gameplay change. This shift also ties directly into the game's new direction. From what has been reported, Project Over is taking a much stronger military simulation approach. Gameplay footage shown privately to Insider Gaming, under the condition that it would not be released publicly, was described as being similar to tactical shooters like Ready or Not, as well as certain elements from the Modern Warfare series. The emphasis appears to be on realism, slower paced combat, careful movement, tactical decision-making, and high-risk engagements rather than arcade-style shooting. Considering how successful Ready or Not has been, especially on consoles, this direction makes a lot of sense. It also marks a significant evolution for Ghost Recon, potentially bringing the franchise closer to hardcore tactical shooter territory while still maintaining its squad-based identity. Overall, this new Ghost Recon game is shaping up to be darker, more grounded, and far more tactical than previous entries. With Ubisoft betting heavily on this franchise, Unreal Engine 5 powering the experience, and a strong focus on realism and mature storytelling, Project Over could be one of the most important Ghost Recon games ever made. But of course, all of this information should still be taken with a grain of salt until Ubisoft officially reveals the game. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited about Ghost Recon moving toward a more realistic military simulation style? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for more gaming news and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.